Hello everybody, today I have something interesting to share with all of you. Today I was at Fry's Electronics, and yeah, they're open during this interesting point in time. They don't have a lot on the shelves, but they've started to get some things back in. So that's interesting. And I noticed this in the light bulb section, so I decided to pick it up after researching it a little bit online. And it's a really interesting design and idea, so here it is. It looks like it's made by a company called Tenergy, if I pronounce their name correctly. I think I've heard that before somewhere, or seen it somewhere. Maybe they do batteries or something. So this is called a LumeBloom. It's a transformable LED desk lamp. Hundreds of possible combinations. Well, sure, because actually these little pieces screw into each other. I'm very interested to see if they're the same base as a nightlight bulb, or exactly how this works. So, here's the front of the packaging. You can see the whole lamp right there. We have some of the information here, just some basic stuff. Nothing on the sides, but we have some more information here on the back. You can see all the different designs that you can do there. So that's definitely different combinations, as they say. So we'll spin it around here, and this slides out. Probably better if I just do it this way. And we'll set that sleeve aside. I'll set this box down. Now, there was very mixed reviews of this thing on Amazon. Some people say it's too bright, it doesn't dim, you can't find replacement bulbs. So I'm really interested to see for myself what this thing is all about. So let's open it up here. So we get a warranty card. I don't know if that warranties the bulbs if they burn out or what. You are the only piece missing. What? You're the only missing piece. Yes. Okay, so there's the same picture we saw in the beginning. So it looks like you get the base, 8 bulbs, some different branches here. There's a power adapter, so this isn't mains voltage. Let me show you an example how to build it. All kinds of ideas. There's a switch on the cord, it looks like. Of course, the information we've already seen, and there's nothing on the back. We'll set that aside here as well. Okay, so here's our pieces. Well, that looks like a standard base to me. Standard medium base. Yes, indeed it is. And we have what looks to be regular, that looks like it is a standard nightlight base, a candelabra. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. So there's our main beginning piece, it looks like. These look like the next size. A slightly taller one. At least I hope that's a nightlight base. It looks like it. We will find out though. We will test and find out here. So here's our other piece. Yes. And it looks like we have 3 of these. 1. There's our second one. Notice how the sockets are really in there. They're in quite deep. There's a hair. Probably from the person that manufactured it. Okay then. Yeah, the sockets are really deep in there, probably to prevent you from putting a standard bulb in, is my best guess. And I'm really hoping that is why, because then that would say that this is a standard base. So there's all that. Here is our power adapter. Let's see. It is 9 volts. Interesting. So I guess you have to divide that. Was that a little less than a volt a bulb? No. It's about a volt a bulb. A volt point something a bulb. So here's the bulbs. Tip it over. They don't fall out, so that's good. Well, look at that. It's a standard ceramic socket. It's a very heavy base to hold it however you're going to put it, I guess. And that's where it plugs in. So we'll set that down there, and I'm going to get a multimeter to figure out how these are put together, and some bulbs to try in the sockets. Finally, we're back. I have a standard A19 incandescent bulb here with a medium base, and we have a candelabra based bulb as well. And we have the world's cheapest multimeter, those free ones that you get at Harbor Freight. I had to dig out my second one here because this first one I have is total garbage. It doesn't even do continuity because the wire is no good. So I dug out this one, which was brand new in its package, and here we are. Let's try it out. The reason I wanted to get a multimeter to do continuity testing is I'm interested to see if this is wired up in series or parallel. But first, let's go ahead and see if a standard bulb fits in here. And indeed it does. So now you can run your standard incandescent bulb at 9 volts. Fantastic. That's what you've always wanted to do, I'm sure. So we know that that works. And here's our candelabra based bulb. It's a little funky shape. So let's go ahead and put it into a socket here. Oh, what do you know, it fits. So I don't know if that's down all the way, but there's the bulb and it fits. So these are candelabra bases. Very cool. I find it really interesting because they could be used for other things, or maybe you could rewire this to do 120 volts. It's probably obviously not made for that because of safety reasons. That must be why they didn't use mains voltage. But I'm interested to see if you have to have all these in if you take one bulb out and then they don't work. And how we're going to figure this out is, I wonder if the center contact here, well, I guess we'll go to the outside because that's the easier one to figure out. So, of course, they're not even touching each other. Let's just touch them together so you can see. There we go. Okay, so we have the outside shell here to this outside shell. Okay, so those are connected. Let's see if that is also connected to this. It is. Interesting. Okay. What about our bottom contact here? This is going to be a little harder to do. Our bottom contact to our other bottom contact. Yes. And yes. Okay. So it's not series. Otherwise, this wouldn't be connected to both of them. We could try the same thing here. Try our outer one, or what would be the neutral here, and this one. Okay, so yep, they are all connected like that. So it's not a series circuit. Interesting. I assumed it would be series because it's LED, and maybe that's the best. It doesn't say, it just says output 9 volts. It's an AC adapter, so maybe it's 9 volts AC instead of DC. Okay, that's entirely possible. Anyway, well, we learned a little bit there. It's not series, so you don't have to have everything put in to have it work. So let's get this cheap thing out of here, because that's garbage. So let's start building our lamp. We have our first piece here that obviously has to go here. Very good. I love this lamp. It now only has 3 spots. I'm going to undo the cord here. Oh, it's not the world's longest cord, I must say. Like it's plugged into there. Okay. I gotta find a place to plug it in. So we got the lamp plugged in. That's our first step down. I wonder if you can power it with just, if you can just put one bulb in from the what we've learned. Let's take a look at the bulb. It's very lightweight, so I don't know if it's a filament LED or what is in there. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Let me get a flashlight and we'll try to look inside. Well, I don't see anything inside. So it must just be an LED at the very bottom. You can kind of see a faint shadow there. Interesting. So let's put just a bulb in. And let's turn it on. Yep, it lights just a bulb. Wonder if you can add more to the circuit while doing this, or if it gets upset. And we, okay, well, it didn't get any dimmer, so. Wow, these are really hard to get out here. Well, at least they packaged them well. Yes. Okay, well it looks like it's a directional LED because you can see a little spot there where it's pointing. So let's take those out. I'm sure you're not supposed to build this while it's powered on, but that is how we do it here. Well, now you can't really see it, so let me position the camera better here. Okay, so here's the entire lamp, and we'll put in our bulbs now. Well, it must come with an extra because here's an extra. Is it supposed to come with an extra, or did I design this thing wrong? Let me read again. Yep, one replacement lamp. So it comes with one, so they know that they're going to burn out, I guess. That's interesting. So there's our lamp. Let me try to position it a little bit better. Okay, I will turn off these video lights. Let's turn it on. Yes, it is a lamp. I really like the idea of it, actually. That's really cool. It's not as bright as people were explaining it online. It looks really bright on camera here naturally, but I wonder if I can get it to, let me try to, okay, there. That's more of what it's kind of like in person. Of course, it's lighting up stuff behind it as well, but I'm trying to change the exposure here. So, okay, now you can see the bulbs really well. You can see the little spots on them where the LED is pointing. Let's redo this. Okay, so that's a lamp. It's not super bright. I don't know. I just like the idea of it. That's really cool. So, of course, naturally, let's go ahead and try some things with it. So, I suppose the first one, let's take this bulb out here. Yes, incandescent. I'm curious what it'll do, so let's find out. Probably will overload the circuit. Nope, it just doesn't do anything at all. I don't know why it would overload the circuit. I don't know. Because I get... anyway, it doesn't do anything. Not a surprise. Let's turn that off. Okay. Let's put this into 120 volts, of course, without these bulbs in it, and see if we can get this to light. So here is the fixture assembly, I guess, put onto a 120 volt socket. Now, I don't recommend doing this, and they probably don't recommend doing it in their manual as well, but I'm really curious, so we're going to try this out. I don't know if the wires inside are not made for 120 volt or what. I don't know. There had to have been a safety reason why they did a low voltage instead of mains voltage, but let our curiosity begin. Yes, look at it light up. Why isn't that cool? Okay, let's get some more. So the challenge here I found is finding bulbs that actually fit deep enough into the sockets. But as you can see, they work. And these are just some 6-watt indicator bulbs. As you can tell, this one, it is a good bulb, but I can't get it in far enough to touch the contact at the bottom. So maybe it can be modified. You know, you could cut a piece off of that to get it closer to the socket. That's totally possible. Or you could use bulbs that look similar to this style that are 120 volt. And I'm sure you could modify this. It's got some screws. You can open it up and get in there and put a mains voltage cord on. It looks like there's definitely space to get one out. So there's definitely possibilities with this after those LED bulbs go bad. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video of this Tenergy LumiBloom lamp. When I saw this thing at the store, I had to get it because I really wanted to share it with all of you. It's such an interesting design, being that it uses these standard bases. So you could convert this thing and do some pretty interesting things with it once these bulbs go bad, I guess. Or you can go ahead and modify it right away. Anyway, I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and also please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching.